But I think the challenges will be how do you integrate all of these new capabilities in your existing stack, but also in the company processes that you have.
As a former CEO, what do you think are currently the biggest struggles of CMOs?
I think they have a bunch of them. Actually, might be the biggest problem is trying to cope with them all at the same time. So one is everything that happens around data, quality of data, transforming their organization to use all sorts of new tools and platforms. And at the same time, I think it's still a big challenge for most CMOs to, be accountable, to show to the other parts of the organization that the stuff that they're doing actually adds a value. So it's multiple things at the same time. Client focus, making sure that that part is also working out. So there are a lot of things at the same time that he or she has to focus on.
And if we look ahead, say 5 years into the future, what should CMOs care about the most?
I think now it's a bit like at the beginning of e-commerce. There's so much stuff happening at the same time. This is also true if you look at obviously everyone talks about AI, and 5 years from now is pretty far ahead. But I think the challenges will be how do you integrate all of these new capabilities in your existing stack, but also in the company processes that you have. So in 5 years' time, I think we'll see lots of generative AI. So creation will be much easier, but still some of the other challenges will still be there. I think showing that they work, that they deliver value, that you can show the numbers. So the extra, I think, effort in the next 5 years will be to integrate all these new capabilities, which I think we don't know yet, are into your current stack, into your current environment in the processes. So
we'll talk about creativity and generative AI a little more later, but zooming in on that teamwork you just mentioned and the organization and getting the whole organization on board. Teamwork is vital at every level, but between you as a CMO and the CFO and the CEO, how do you make that work? And especially implementing new technologies or new processes, how do you do that best?
Yeah, I think I really believe in a ground up type of approach. So you talk to the people in your teams. Also in my company, I ask what type of platforms or tools or things you like to work with. And I take it from there, and then you try to marry them up with whatever environment you already have in place. I think looking at your other peers, like in the board, it's always a challenge because somehow everyone gets involved when you talk about marketing or the role of the CMO, the ad or the new campaign.
Everyone has
an opinion, and it's also like accepted. But as a CMO, if you would start talking about the new financial depreciation construction that the CFO would start to use, he would probably look at you like, what are you getting involved in, right? So I think it's explaining. And there will be, I think, increased pressure on making sure that you add to the bottom line from a marketing perspective. So that also means you have to take them along in this process. Sometimes you might like it as a CMO and sometimes you don't. But especially on the financial side and I think on the technology side, you have to, create a partnership or a construction where you say, this is what we want to do. How do you think we can achieve that? So you have to create, it's a coalition of the willing, I think would be a nice term.
A coalition of the willing. That's amazing. I like that.